Is the LG Wing any good in 2024? I mean, we're talking late 2024. Let's talk about it. Now, I've had this device now for probably at least 3 years. Could have been longer. But every time I think about this device and use it, the one is only one word that always come to mind. Innovation. That's what it is. Innovation. Something that is sorely lacking on newer devices today. With newer devices today, is always the same old, same old. Oh, the screen is brighter. Oh, it has more RAM. You know, the cameras, are better. You got the newest chip. It's faster. Where's the innovation? This is innovation. This is what people want to see. They want to see innovation. They're tired of the same old boring, dull devices. It's like, I guess we've reached the apex when it comes to these devices because there's really been no innovation. LG was a company that did a lot of innovation. It's just unfortunate that, their, smartphone division, went out of business. It's just unfortunate because they were pushing Samsung, Google, Apple. They were pushing those companies. But, with them being off the scene now, it's like all those other companies have gotten worse. Like they give you less and less. There's hardly no innovation, very small incremental upgrades year in and year out. It's just, I just hate it. I just hate it. But when I think about this bad boy, it's innovation. If somebody see you with this and see you do this, they're going to be like, whoa, what kind of phone is that? You're not going to see anybody walking around with this device. You're just not going to see nobody walking around with this. You're just not. So if you get your hands on this and you do this in front of somebody, you're going to get their attention because this phone was all about innovation, was ahead of its time. I love it. This is a 2020 device, 5G compatible. If you can get your hands on this device today, you should try it, especially if you're an LG fan. Now, I already know, and I'll say this early in the video so nobody has to ask me in the comment section. No software updates, no security patches. You're not getting any of that on this device. It's 4 years old. The last iteration of Android was Android 13. And what I'll say about LG, before they exited the smartphone market, they said they will guarantee to upgrade their flagship phones up to Android 13, and they kept their word. But is this still a device worthy to pick up in 2024? For me, I'm going to say yes, because like I said, innovation. And also, this is a quality device. Even with the cameras, quality. They take quality videos and photos. The quality of the build. I mean, this thing is built like a tank, but it's very, very comfortable in the hand without a case. Now, I prefer to use a case because I don't want to drop my device, crack the screen, scratch it. I don't like none of that stuff on my devices. So I would always put a case on it. But I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a fingerprint magnet, but it's beautiful. If you could feel it, it feels like nothing but quality because you got Gorilla Glass, like I said, 5 on the front and the back. Gorilla Glass 5 was excellent. Gorilla Glass, I have 0 scratches, no micro scratches, no nothing on this display. No abrasions, nothing on the back of this device. Okay. But I will say this too. You have to know this if you don't have this device. It is heavy. I mean, it's not a light device. If you like light and thin, this is not the device you want to check out. This device is heavy. You can literally get hand and arm fatigue with this device. Honestly, I'm just being honest with you. But it will feel very premium because it has a nice thickness and it has nice weight to it. But if you, like I said, if you don't like heavy phones, you don't want to even mess with this phone. But as a 1080p display, the display is beautiful. It gets adequately bright. And I forgot to mention, you do have that aluminum frame. and also military standard drop compliance. So it could handle drops. But like I said, I always put cases on my device. I just got like a shell case that goes on the back. Like this is not the easiest device to find a full case for, because you really can't because of this. So you really can't have your the only thing you're going to be able to do is protect the back of it, really, because of this. So you really can't protect the front. I mean, unless you just put a screen protector on it. You could do that, but there's not a case that's going to cover the whole phone because of this. Okay. All right. Now you got your always on display, which is good. LG makes a nice always on display. You see, I got a photo of there, me and my wife. You can see the time, date, battery percentage. You got your notifications, but they're really small and they're all in the same color. You got your fingerprint sensor, which is excellent placement right here as opposed to LG V60 all the way down here. So it's good placement. You do have haptic feedback, a little animation. Not the fastest fingerprint sensor, but it works. No face unlock, unfortunately. I'm not sure why LG did that with the LG V60 and the Wing with no face unlock. I'm not sure why they did that, because you do have a front-facing camera. But I don't know why they did that. But with the display, you got an OLED 1080p 6.8-inch display, 87% screen-to-body ratio, HDR10 plus. So it's a beautiful display. It really is. Now, this device is kind of narrow. Now, you know what's funny about this device when I compare it to my X Fold 3, which I just got a couple weeks ago? Let me show y'all something. Now, disregard the case. Don't just disregard the case. I got a clear case on it. What do you see here? This display looks wider than this display, or it's about the same. Okay, I think this one is slightly wider. And that's crazy because this is a foldable device. This is not. Okay, this one does this, and this one does this. So it's cool when you have the option with this and you have the option of this. Now, probably most people are going to take this one more than likely because the screen is so much bigger and it's not divided. But there are a lot of advantages to this one. It really is. I mean, you got to think about it. Say if you want to watch a movie, right? Now I got to make sure I turn the volume down so there's no copyright issues. Make sure. Let's see. Get that volume all the way down. All right. So if I decide to play something. Okay. Now just put the volume down. All right. So I'm going to flip it up. It's going to flip back over. So I'm watching a movie. So you're thinking, I may touch these buttons, when I'm trying to hold it. No, you ain't got to worry about that. Just scroll down. All you do is press this right here. Oh, no, that makes it flip down to that. No, my bad. Not that one. We're going to put it back up there. Okay. Slide down this one. You press this one. So turn off. Now this is grip lock. So now I can just hold it like this. See? I can just hold it like that and watch to my heart's content. And the good thing about it, you can still down here, you see the time, the date, day, battery percentage, and you still get your notifications. So you could be watching your movie, and you know how a lot of times, with mostly pretty much all phones, you watching, a video and then you get them stupid notifications that block, partial of your screen. You don't have to worry about with this because you're going to get your notifications down here, not on the display. And I like that because those things irritate me. I wish there was some way that I could, disable notifications while I'm watching a video. I don't want to see notifications when I'm watching a video. I just don't. And I know some people say, well, what if somebody trying to text message you, or, what if it's something important? I understand that, but I would just like the option because it's annoying. I don't want to constantly, because I get a lot of notifications because I'm subscribed to a lot of people's channels. So I don't want to be disturbed by notifications when I'm trying to enjoy a movie. But this is why it makes this so really nice. Instead of holding the device like this, like most people do, you just hold it with one hand like this. You could just rest your hand on top of something and enjoy it as long as you want. And you're not pressing any buttons down here. And then all of a sudden, when you want to, it says turn off grip lock, because that's what they call it. You just press it and the screen just turns right back on. And you can, like I showed you earlier, by mistake, you can actually switch it from up here down to this screen just by pressing this. Now it's down here. So if you want to do something else up here, say if I want to go to Amazon, you can go to Amazon. You could be scrolling through Amazon and you still got your movie playing down there. Or you could do, vice versa, either way. So it's nice to have that option. So you just switch it. So now if you want to go to Amazon down here, you're down here with Amazon, but you're still watching your movie up there. So I really like this a lot with the camera. It's really cool because you got these buttons down here where this moves left to right, up, down. I mean, that is just so cool. That gimbal, that is so cool. I have a built-in gimbal on the device. And you see your record there and all your other buttons here. I just love that. I'm telling y'all just don't understand. I just love that. Now, this does have some IP54 splash proof, so you do have a little bit of water resistance, not much, but you have a little. Hold up, I didn't mean to do that. I'm trying to go back. Whoops. Hold up. All righty. Let me see. What are we doing? All right. Whoops. Now I'm just acting all crazy with this thing. All right. I'm going to flip this back up to the top. Yep, that's what I want. All right. So you can see it's a beautiful display. This is Thor, one of my favorite movies. Now, you have the 5G, like I said. Now, this comes with 256 gigs of internal storage. That's the base, so that's good. And you got expandable storage up to 2 terabytes. So basically unlimited storage. And you got to love that. For those of you that want a phone with expandable storage, you can have as much storage on this thing as you want, okay? 8 gigs of RAM. Now, you got the Snapdragon 765G. It's a gaming chip, but it's very power efficient, works well. Now, with battery life on this, I can get through a full day. Now, I know some people saying this thing have poor battery life. I can't speak for you. Everybody's battery usage is different. All I can say to you is that I get good battery life on this. I can easily get through a day with no problem, and that's with max brightness. Max brightness and always on display on. And like I said before, no more upgrades. It does have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery. Wireless, it has wireless charging too, but it's slow, only 13 watts. And the camera, 64 megapixel wide, optical image stabilization, 13 megapixel ultra wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide. And you can shoot 4K at 30 and 60, 1080p at 30 and 60. And you got 8K recording at 24 frames per second. Of course, on the front display, 32 megapixel pop-up selfie that shoots at 1080p at 30. Now, you do have that when it comes to the camera. Let me stop this. Let me show you something else real quick with this that I think you'll like. So you scroll down with this, and if I'm not mistaken, I think it's this. Okay, so see this right here? You got this little mouse. This is how you control this top screen. So here on the side here, you can use that to turn up the volume. And you can use this to turn up the volume or the brightness. So that's cool. So if I want to stop this, I just tap it. Just tap it. Whoop, tap it. And tap it again. And that stops it. So I want to come out of there. And say I want to get rid of that. I just bring it down. And then just swipe up. So now it's back normal. But I could use this basically to control everything. So say if I want to start it again, I scroll right over there, tap it. See, it'll start it all over again. So that's cool, man. I love that. I love that option. I mean, it's just so many functions So many things you can do with this. Now, I already did a full review on this. So if you want to check out everything about this device, check out my full review on this. I did a while ago, but I love this device. I mean, it's so unique and innovative. There's nothing out on the market like this. Nothing. Not since LG did it. Nobody has did it since. Like, nobody has improved on this. And I'm just shocked that nobody has decided to do this. And it's really good quality because I'm not having any issues with this. I've had it over 3 years. I don't have any issues with this device at all. Now, it's not as fast as it was because it's old. But like I said, look how fast everything comes to, jumps on. Like, and like I said, the build quality, look at that. Man, I love this device. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I love it. Now, I just wish it had a headphone jack. I wish it had quad HD display, high refresh rate, stuff like that. Not the biggest deal, but I just wish it did. But I still can recommend this device. You can get it unlocked too, which is cool. But when it comes to innovation, this is about it. And that's it. So you have your foldable, and then you have your two displays, but just different. Okay, two display on this. It's on the front. So I don't know. I think most people will probably go with this one over the LG. But I'm only going to say most people probably go with the LG only because this is the Vivo X Fold. They don't even sell this in this country. So, and this is the Chinese ROM. Even though you can get the global ROM, it's going to cost you a whole lot more money. So you'd be better off with the LG, honestly. And most people in this country are not going to fool around with a phone that got a Chinese ROM and they got to try to figure out how to set up everything. They're just not going to do it. They just don't have the patience. They're just not going to do it. Most people are going to get either the LG or they're going to get a Samsung. That's just, it is what it is. Or they're going to get a Google Fold. They might try OnePlus, but since OnePlus don't sell any of their devices, excuse me, with a carrier, it's going to be the Google or Samsung when it comes to foldable devices. But once again, do I still think the LG Wing is worthy to pick up in late 2024? I would say for me, yes, I would still pick this up because it's so unique, it's innovative, and nobody's going to have this. Now, if you're the type of person that want to be unique and want to stand out, you're going to stand out with this. I guarantee you. You take this phone and everybody think it's a regular phone. You walking around like this and you around people and you on your phone and all of a sudden you do this. You're going to get people's attention. Okay. You may get their attention with that, but they've seen that. They ain't seen this because, LG barely even advertised this phone if they did it at all. I don't remember seeing any advertising for the LG Wing. I don't remember. If they did, somebody tell me. This is innovation at its best. And it still runs really, really well. So thank you all for taking the time to view this content. I do appreciate it. I hope everybody out there is staying well, staying safe and staying well. And I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.